The day is Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025. Let's do the crossword. Okay, auto on the Autobahn, so that's, I'm guessing Germany, a German car rather, so I'll go with BMW. Like some briskets and pork ribs, informally. Not sure. Moulin Rouge is the 2001 musical film. Acknowledgement of applause could be a nod. One who may have stormed the beaches at Normandy. Okay, maybe not nod then. Could it be war hero? Maybe not. No, I'm not sold on that. Okay, CD bar would be a dive. Okay. WW World War II vet. Okay, that's what's going on there. Oh, a bow would be the acknowledgement of applause. Briskets and pork ribs barbecued. Okay. Not sure about this. Root, who received a Nobel Peace Prize. Really spectacular drill component. Not too sure. Place. Could it be in lieu, for example? Maybe. I'll leave that in for now. Lead up to a ski jump, not sure. Something while, it could be in a while, maybe. Sign of justice, no, not sure. Hang on a sec. This one's quite tricky, actually. Feeling remorse for, no, this is quite tricky for a Wednesday. Protrudes could be juts out, for example. A lively kind of saw for cutting intricate shapes, so that would be a jigsaw. So I'll start off with jig. It wouldn't have the word saw in it, I don't think, because the clue has the word saw. And it's pretty much never the case that a word would exist in both the answer and the clue. So I'll leave that off for now. Maybe I'll just have a quick look at this theme. Something you might exclaim when talking about. Talking about these highlighted ones. Okay, that doesn't really help me, actually. But maybe I can get some of these shorter clues here. Relative of the chickadee, no idea. Long, no. Protection. Protection could be aegis, perhaps, referring to, I think that's a Greek concept, ancient Greece. Okay, medium-term government security. Goodness, I'm not sure. Medium-term, I guess a treasury bond could be considered medium-term. And then long ago, perhaps, relative of the chickadee, no, still not sure. Comfort could be, ease, in which case it wouldn't be T-bone. T-note, perhaps, or some sort of note, rather than a bond. Let's go with that. And then maybe a relative of a chickadee is a tit. That could work. Banish would be exile, I would think. Race with an anchor. No, I don't know. Record label for SZA and A$AP Rocky, I have no idea. Cerulean expanse, I guess that would just be the sea. Cerulean being, I suppose, blue, I think is what it means, or kind of aqua, I think. Not sure. Always, no, I don't know. General Motors subsidiary, I don't know. It's blowing in the wind, nope. Launches, kind of collar, could be blue collar. Perhaps. Okay, what about 52 down? Visibly afraid. I would think maybe shaken, but that doesn't quite fit. So I might leave that out for now. Efficiency stat not needed in an EV, so that would be miles per gallon, because there's no gallons involved. Sister network of Paramount Plus, I think AMC, perhaps? And then, yeah, okay. Girlfriends in Madrid, amigas, perhaps? Oh, and then visibly afraid could be ashen. as in kind of you go pale like ash. And this must be what a something. What a something. And then scratch. No, I'm not sure. Overact would be emote. And then, okay, what have I got here? Reason to consider something favorably a pro. Pros versus cons. Fall short. Compose would be right. And then 57 down would be an awl. Is something used to punch holes in leather usually. A bit of grill master's attire would be an apron. Falls short, say, maybe just losers, perhaps. Maybe. And then area of greatest danger. See, I would think something zones. But no, that doesn't quite fit. No, I'll get rid of that. Not too sure. Humorist who describes his stint working as a Macy's Christmas elf. I have, no, I don't know. Word is often shortened to its middle letter in texts. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure. Something what something. No, I don't know. Dude could be bro, maybe? The master builder playwright. No, I don't know. Wow, this is quite tricky. I'm really struggling today. Truly awesome implement for ensuring stability. Goodness, I don't know. A pecan chocolate caramel candy. No, I don't know. No. Large catch of fish. Oh my goodness. I have no idea. Feeling remorseful. Ruing, maybe? Or rue something. And then, yeah. Quite spectacular drill component could be, quite a something. Quite a, no, I'm not sure. London's underground is the tube. Okay, all right. Bit of progress being made here. Still don't know about this one. Large catch of fish. Net some, perhaps. It's a bit of a punny one. Net some, maybe? No, I'm not. I'm less convinced now. I'll leave it out. Llama's head. No, question mark. So it could be just maybe L? No, but then this would be LL. No, I don't like that. Launches, artisanal brewers offerings. Oh, gosh, I don't know. Middling grade, maybe C plus or B plus. Something plus, I would think. That would be the only thing to fit. Frequent conspiracy subject would be UFO. Something usually kept private. I guess social security number. Midwest city known as the rubber capital of the world. So that could be Akron, Ohio, maybe? Lockup. Okay, maybe not Akron then. Because P something K wouldn't. I don't think that would work. Yeah, solar panels go on your roof. Joseph Conrad novel made into a 1965 film. The only Joseph Conrad novel I know is Heart of Darkness, which clearly it's not that. Not sure. Hobbled in gamer slang. Okay, I think I know this one. Nerfed. And you make something, I guess, soft like a Nerf bullet, Nerf gun. RAO Speedwagon is the vintage vehicle and a band. Whole bunch, maybe just a lot. Okay. Tidbit popular in Thai cuisine. Tidbit. They use sort of peanuts and... No, I'm not sure. Look up... No, still not sure. Fury could be ire. Grand old time in slang. No, I don't know. Ira Glass is the host of This American Life. Noted chairman. No, I don't know. Oh, could it be Ames, maybe? Like the Ames chair? Quite a famous kind of mid-century style of chair, potentially. And then a grand old time could be a gas. Yeah, that kind of works. So for some reason, this IG is making me think Jig is at the end here. And so maybe it's Lord Jim or something. Potentially, not something I've ever heard of. I'll leave that in for now. Lively kind of saw. So could it be a jiggery jig? No, that seems odd. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Maybe this isn't jig then. Could it be a jagged? No, that doesn't fit. Alright, I'll have to come back to that. Description of an online image would be alt text. And then always could be ever. Race with an anchor. I really don't know about that. Secure again as a... Oh, actually, relay then. Relay. Oh, cerulean expanse would be the sky, the other thing that is blue and expansive. Okay. Secure again as a door would be relock then. Still not sure about this General Motors subsidiary. What a tool, I guess, is what you might explain. So what does that mean for this? Quite a tip, maybe? The tip of a drill? Could that be it? Not sure. Not sure at all. And then what about this one? Truly awesome implement for ensuring stability. Well, it's used to ensure stability. I'm not sure about that either. All right, what about this one? Hero lifeguards, for example. Okay, saviors. And then RCA is the record label. Saviors. Okay, that's something. Launches, cool. Could it be floats, maybe? Not too sure. Maybe it's not blue collar. Could be a different type of collar, I suppose. Like an actual style of collar. Okay. What about here? Scratch. This is really throwing me off. AWA. See something AWA. Scratch. Oh, claw at. Okay, that makes sense. like a cat would claw at something and cause it to scratch. All right, ideal instrument for shaping wood surfaces. So I think you could use a plane for that. I think it's called a plane. Okay. So that confirms it wasn't blue collar here. And then area of greatest danger. No, I still don't know. And then humorous. Could it be? I feel like Sedaris is coming to mind here. I know there's an Amy Sedaris. But this is referring to a him. I mean, it could be Amy Sedaris' father, perhaps. And then the Master Builder could have been written by Henrik Ibsen. Then that could work. And then something beginning with I. Oh, hang on. So a word that's often shortened to its middle letter would be R. I am what I am. Okay. I guess model plane being an ideal instrument. What a tool. Okay, so it's a model plane, a really good plane, I suppose. Okay, area of greatest danger. Something lines, it seems like. Tricky. Unfortunate situations. No, I'm not sure. So is this Juts, actually? Maybe I should not have assumed that was Juts, because the J I felt good about because of Jig, but now that Jig could go here, and I'm sure it does actually, given the structure of model plane, then this may well be something else. The only question is what? So, oh, drill bit. Quite a bit. That makes so much more sense. All right. And then, tidbit popular. No, still not sure about this one. If anything, I'm more confused. Lead up to a ski jump. No, I don't know. Sign of justice. Sign of justice. What could that mean? Justice like a Chief Justice of the Supreme Court or something else? Ruing I feel pretty good about, so I do want to keep that. But, But I'm still very uncertain about this. Lou, I think... I mean, like, maybe Lou is wrong, actually. Because a lie... Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a name that looks like that, so that's a bit of an odd one. Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I get rid of it, it could open something up for me, hopefully. Sign of justice. No, I'll need to come back to that section. Truly awesome implement for ensuring stability. So what do you use to make something stable? I'm guessing it would be the last 4 or perhaps 5 letters. Nothing comes to mind. Nothing comes to mind. No. Okay, open collar, maybe. I think that's a style of collar. Possibly. And then launches could be spurts, potentially. Or even spouts, I'm not sure. Spurts feels more like launching. So blowing in the wind. No, not sure. And this General Motors subsidiary, I really have no idea. Could it be something star, perhaps? Something star. Oh, maybe it's not a whole bunch, because artisanal brewers offering should be some sort of beer. So beers, in which case whole bunch could be gob, I suppose. Potentially. And then artisanal brewers offering... no, I don't know. Lockup, still not sure. Middling grade. Oh, okay, so craft beers, of course. Craft beers. So maybe it is Akron then, as the rubber capital of the world. And lockup. Pokey. Could it be pokey? I don't know why it would be pokey. Pokey. Lockup, pokey. I don't know what's going on there. But it kind of feels like the only word that makes sense here. All right, I'll move on. So what does that mean for this lively kind of saw for cutting intricate shapes? Something a jig. Not sure. And then this tidbit popular could be some sort of egg. Something egg. Jiggity jig. Is that a thing? Jaggedy? Jiggity? Jig? No, I don't know. Some sort of egg could be the popular tidbit. Not that popular. I've never heard of it. Whatever it might be. Hang on a sec. Ending in B as well is... Oh, could it be BRB? Be right back, the acronym. And then sign of justice, Libra. Libra? Possibly? And then it'll lead into a ant egg? Ant egg? I've never heard of that. And then this could be in-run. Maybe it is, in-run. And then Elihu. These are all quite strange. In-run? Ant egg? Oh gosh, I hope I'm not completely ruining this whole puzzle, because a lot of these are very strange. Anyway, so maybe it is juts. I mean, it's the only word that kind of makes sense. Jiggity jig, jaggedy jig. I'm not really sure about that one. Yeah, there's a lot of very not quite phrases in today's puzzle. It's really throwing me off. Okay, what about truly awesome implement for ensuring stability? So I've got a few more letters now, I think. Something EL, something OEL. Could it be best possible? Best, no, not sure. And here, area of greatest danger. Something anilines. And this pecan, I don't know what this candy is either. Oh my gosh. All right, what if it is net sum? And then this is Scenolines, Spinolines. No, it might not be net sum then. Large catch of fish, nets. Goodness. All right, what about unfortunate situations? Okay, maybe it's not best then. Because unfortunate situations could end in S. So maybe base, no, boss, whoops, boss something on the lines. Unfortunate situations, nothing is coming to mind. All right, llama's head could be L's, maybe? As in there's two L's at the start of lion, llama. Maybe. But then boss, laurel. But then it's blowing in the wind means what? Okay, maybe it's not spurts and maybe it's not open. I'm really not sure. Blowing in the wind. It's blowing in the wind, the air, like a leaf. It's blowing in the wind. Yeah, I really don't know. I never thought I'd get this stuck on a Wednesday. This is very unusual. I'm not sure if it's just because I'm having a bad day or something else. Because I'm very much stuck. Okay, is there such a thing as a tuttle? Is that a thing? Tuttle? And then area of greatest danger, stone lines. Ibsen feels right. Okay, boss, it might not be boss, to be fair. AMC feels right. I mean, it could be TMC, the movie channel. What about that? Something lines. Okay, that feels stronger somehow. Stunt lines? What if this is net sum? I'm going to keep adding and deleting net sum until eventually it works. Because, I don't think it is, because unfortunate situation. If this is Tuttle, which, there's so much uncertainty here. Alright, what if it is, stunt lines, maybe? Area of greatest danger, stunts. I think it is model plane, Amiga's apron, right, falls short. Those all work. But stunt lines doesn't quite make any sense to me. And for something to be truly awesome, I think it must be boss. It's the only kind of word that would make sense here. And if it's boss, then something taunt lines. And that just feels wrong. Stont lines is not. So it must be a vowel, right? Attont lines. What is that? Attont lines. Yeah. but then none of the vowels quite make sense either. So maybe it's not, is it a turtle? Oh, front lines. Okay, turtle then. Never heard of it. Whatever this candy is. Okay. And then large cache of fish, net. That somehow makes it even more confusing. Could it be ills then? Oh, a net full of fish. So then unfortunate situations are ills. Okay, that's what's going on. So this was a turtle. Okay. All right, bit of progress. Now it's just these. Now it's just this area. Truly awesome. Implement for ensuring stability. Something beginning with, well, I guess it might not be L. I think it must be L's. It's the only thing that kind of makes sense for llamas. Truly awesome implement for ensuring stability. So boss, what's something that provides that stability, and in what context? Like a lapel is the only word that fits, but it doesn't provide stability, I wouldn't think. Maybe it's some sort of tool I've never heard of before, which would be unfortunate. So if I go back to spurts and I go back to open, then what does that leave me with? For blowing in the wind, I don't think I'm going to be able to get 36 across as it is, or 48 across, because I don't know what this could be. X star, no, Ed star. It's blowing in the wind. Pure fits. Mule. Huge. It feels like it must be two consonants. Epstar. And then, what's blowing in the wind? What's blowing in the wind? What indeed? Oh, boss level. Boss level. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Alright, so what's blowing in the wind then? Something beginning with V. Vane, like a wind. Okay. A weather vane. Launches starts. Kind of collar. Eaten. Oh my goodness me. That's one of the hardest Wednesdays I think I've ever done. 27 minutes 30. There were so many tricky clues in this. Lord Jim? Rubber capital of the world? Pokey? What is this? Lockup? Pokey. I can't... What? Jiggity jig? Is that a phrase that human beings use somewhere in the world? Because not a human being I've met. I can say that much. And turtle, Elihu? Really? Libra being okay, that one's a little bit more regular. Ant egg? Ant egg? What are you talking about? Oh, wow. Okay. My apologies to anyone that had to watch this. That was something else. 27 minutes, 30 seconds. That is Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025.